What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here today with the review for Power. This is Season 6, Episode 10, the mid-season finale, so it won't be back until January 5th, and this episode was titled, No One Can Stop Me. Can anybody stop me? Alright guys, so without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into today's video. Alright you guys, so I'm not going to go in order of the episode, like how everything happened. I'm going to kind of start in one section and then move to another section. So we start the episode, well, we don't start the episode. Where I'm starting is, we saw Sax. So Sax went to Warner's office and he's talking about, Ghost and Tommy. They're still out there, and Warner's like, but you still out there. You're no better than they are. Like, you planting evidence. You are the reason that a lot of people are dead, so you're no better than James St. Patrick or Tommy Egan. And then he's like, so why haven't you guys searched, James's hotel room for Lakeisha's murder? He's like, because with Lakeisha's murder, James has an alibi. He was with, Tate, and he's on camera with Tate, so we cannot do anything with that. He has an alibi. And, so he's not a suspect, basically. So then we see Blanca. Blanca is talking to Warner. She talks about how, well, actually, he was talking about how he had to listen to Sax and all these theories that he has about James and Tommy. And, she says, well, Sax might not be entirely wrong. And, she said she talked to Tasha. And, Tasha said that he didn't kill, Ghost didn't kill, who am I talking about? Lakeisha. But, she gave them information about Terry Silva. And when I went there, I found his body. And, Warner's like, okay, so that doesn't really implicate him. That more so implicates Tasha. And I'm like, finally, somebody said it. Like, this shit that Tasha told y'all. This doesn't, like, if she knew where the dead body was, why didn't Tasha ever come to the cops? Wouldn't that make y'all think, okay, maybe we should be looking at Latasha. I'm pretty sure her name was Latasha, but maybe we should be looking at Tasha. Like, Sax has made her even dumber than what she already is. So, she says one thing was dirt in the car from the Queenstown project, the groundbreaking. And he tells her, okay, again, that you still have nothing. Like, he's been on that property many of times, so you can't say that, oh, he was there and he was at the Queenstown project groundbreaking, then he went there. Like, he's been there multiple times, so you don't know when their dirt got there. And, she's talking, when he tells her about Tasha, he was like, but, even with Tasha, they're still married, so you don't have anything. And, because she wanted to get a search warrant, he tells her, okay, if you get enough information if you get enough to, give me valid reason to do a search warrant, you got it. So go ahead and knock yourself out. I'm like, oh, God. So she's about to come crooked and corrupt as well, like Sax. So then we do see her, she's talking to Sax, and she's like asking, why did you go to Warner's office? And, we see them as they're going to talk to Tate about, James. So, they want to trace James's steps the day of the groundbreaking for the Queenstown project. And, Tate, they asked Tate, did he see James when he left? He was like, yeah. They were like, where'd he go? He's like, I think he was following Tasha. And they were like, Miss St. Patrick was here. He's like, yeah, but, with those two, it was just kind of off. And then Sax like, well, yeah, she was sleeping with their counsel, Terry Silva. And he says, oh, you know what? I do remember. Yeah, James was real mad about that. Like, he was pissed off. And, they was like, so can we get you to, sign off on saying that? He's like, yeah. So they did it. And then, they walked down and Blanc was like, why would you do that? Like, he lied. He blatantly freaking lied. And now, I built my entire career on this and this and that. I'm like, but you went to him last week, in last week's episode, to get help. Like, why did you think Sax would be any kind of help? He doesn't work for y'all. He doesn't work for the AUSA no more. So why would you think he would be helpful? Again, stupid as fuck. Alright, so then we do see that Blanca did get that search warrant that she wanted. So she's in James's hotel room. She's looking around. They find some shoes with some dirt on it. She's like, okay, we got to make this like we've never been here. So then, she noticed, she goes and looks, and she finds that cell phone that Andre planted from Sax last week. So then we see Blanca. She goes back to Warner, and, she's telling Warner what all she has. So she said that they have a witness, and he's like, who's the witness? She says, Tate. And he's like, Tate has motive to lie, so why would you even use that? And then, like I said, she tells what she found. So she says, when we found a phone, and Warner's like, I don't like. You want me to believe that this man, if he's the mastermind that Sax says he is, you want me to believe that he's stupid enough to leave a cell phone in plain sight. Well, actually, it wasn't plain sight. You want me to believe he's stupid enough to leave a cell phone there. And then Warner thought about it. Wait a minute. Wait one fucking minute. He was like, how did it get there? He said, no. Who put it there? And I think he figured out that it was Sax. So then we do see Warner. He's questioning Sax, and about finding the phone, and how hold on. Yeah, he's questioning him about finding the gun, not the gun, the phone, and how he was you know insistent that he searched the hotel room, and he got his counsel beside him, who was Tamika with this. Tamika got her Beyonce wig on. It's that shit look like it can just whip and bounce and whip and bounce. I'm like, get it, Tamika. So Blanca says that well, I took Sax with me to talk to Tasha, because I knew she wouldn't talk to me, and that's when we found and I also had him when we found Sova. And she also says he was with me this morning, and it was his idea to push Tate's statement. And Warner's like, I know you lying. Like, he does not work here anymore. For one, why the fuck would you do all this shit? And it dawns on Blanca at that point, like, damn, I really fucked up. Like, I really fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up. You fucked up hard. And Tamika was like, well, because they wanted to take Sax down. She was like, so what's more important to you, Warner? Taking Sax down, because it's not going to make the news. But if you take down James St. Patrick, who is running for the Democratic Party, that's going to make the news. So which one do you want it to be? So then we do see not Sax, but Warner and Blanc. So they go to the judge to try to get everything taken care of. And, they're presenting everything that they have to the judge. And he's just sitting here like, really? We doing this again? Like the last time this happened, we tried him, but it was one of the AUSA agents who framed him for murder. So, no. Like, if you want me to do this, make sure you have something that'll stick in court. And, they show him the phone. He was like, no. Like, how anybody could argue against that. So, no. And I'm like, finally, somebody. I'm like, God, somebody is actually smart. These people are just not the brightest in the world. So the judge turned them down, and then we see Blanc. Oh God, did I get ahead of myself? Nah. So we saw Blanca. She told Paz and she told Tate that they got turned down. So then we see Blanca. So she goes to Dre because she needs help, and because what it was, the judge told them that they either need a smoking gun or they need somebody that has no association, no true associations with James, that is kind of, I guess you could say, impartial, not an enemy or not a friend. So she tells him that she needs his help, and he says, me being in here, I'm good as dead. So she says, okay, all I need from you is a yes. And he says, what do you mean I need a yes? She says, so did you see James St. Patrick when he killed Terry Silva? He said, yeah, I did see him. We were at his house. No, you was at a parking garage. He said, yeah, a parking garage. He was like, I was telling him, no, don't do that. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you don't went to the dark side now. Thank you, Sax, for that one. So then we see Tamika. She tells Sax, the others got turned down. So like what I just said, they need a smoking gun or they need a witness statement from someone who is not a known enemy of James or someone he knows. And it says like, wait a minute, so they're gonna arrest me, but James St. Patrick gets to walk free. She's like, yep, they're gonna arrest you and James St. Patrick gets to walk free. I'm like, serves you right. Like, you are the reason that a lot of people are dead, and like you did do a lot of fucked up shit. So, yeah. So now we're gonna move over to the James, Ghost, Tasha, Tariq, and all of them. So stick with me with that. All right, you guys. So the episode actually started out. So you guys remember last week, it ended with Ghost and Tariq getting into that big argument with one another, and Ghost is calling Tariq like, he's like, son, just reach out to me. I need to talk to you. Like I can teach you some things that only a father can teach a son. And he's leaving this in a voicemail. So then once he gets off the phone, Ramona calls him, and Ramona calls him talking about turn on the TV, James. He was like, for what, Ramona? And on the TV is the announcement of him being Lorette's running mate. So they're happy, they're giddy about that. So then we see James having brunch with Lorette and Ramona, and they're again celebrating this whole announcement of him being the running mate. She said he cleared a background check, and I'm like, God, how the fuck did he clear a background check? But okay, if you say so. Um, ooh. So yeah, he cleared the background check, and then they once again bring up this goddamn QCP, and he says, well, I lost the site, and Ramona, Lorette was like, well, if you've lost the site, I can't announce you as my running mate, because she wanted to announce everything at the QCP, and she says if you can't do it, then I'll go with my second choice, and they were like, who's your second choice? She's like, Tate. And then Ramona asks James once Lorette leaves, is there another place that we can go? He says, yes, there is, but I just never thought that I would ever go back there, and I never wanted to go back there. So then we do see James, he goes to a bar, and he wants to buy it from the guy that is the owner of the bar. And, he writes down on a napkin what his offer is, and he supplies it to the man. And the man was like, I can't really accept this offer. And because he feels like it's gonna be gentrified and whatnot, and he was like, "No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this into a place for kids who can come here and learn about music, whatever it is they want to do." And then as he's getting ready to he's walking out. The man calls him Jamie. He's like, "So you remembered me?" He's like, "Yeah, I knew you as soon as you came through the door." And it's his uncle Gabe, and he's like, "This is the first time that I've saw you around here since your dad died." And then he asked him like, where did you go? He said, you remember Tommy, the only white boy in the neighborhood? I was with him. So then we also do see later in the episode that James is talking to Simon, and he's asking Simon, so Simon, are you still in on this thing with me? Mainly talking about the QCP project. And Simon says, yes, he is still in on it with him. So then he texts Ramona, he says, meet up, he has some good news for her. So then we see Angie's ghost show up. I'm like, oh my God. Why am I looking at Angie's ghost? And, she's talking about, she asked him, so do you think you can see a future with her? And I'm just like, oh God, well, Angela, please go. Even in death, Angela won't go away. And he was like, yeah, you know what? I can see a future with her. And, Angela tells him, like, when it comes down to Ramona, make sure that she just sees all the good if you don't tell her anything about the bad. And the fact, what got me was when these two put their heads together, I said, no. This is a ghost. Talking to ghost. Y'all gotta do better, because that was stupid. I really hated that scene right there. But moving on. Alright, so next we see Ghost. He goes to Raina's grave, and he's telling Raina's grave that he bought, her grandfather's club, and he's going to turn it into a place where kids can come and, learn, be themselves, do the things that she wasn't ever able to do. And then Tasha shows up, and she's like, huh, funny to see you here. He's like, huh, what are you doing? She's like, I come here every day. And, he tells her, what, Tasha, I'm sorry about what happened the other night. And, he's telling her, oh, she's like, what are you, like, she asked him, what was he thinking about doing with this governor stuff? Like, that's going to open you up for more people to start digging into who you are. And he says, nothing's come between him and that, or him and Ramona. Because he says, you know what, Tasha, I'm going to allow you to leave. Because I'm, going to plan a future with Ramona. I'm like, damn, this is really quick. Like, you and Ramona haven't even expressed how y'all feel about each other, but you already planning the future with Ramona? Okay. So then we see James Ghost, he's talking to Tate, and he's surprised that, Tate is surprised that James even passed a background check. And, he says he's there to give him a warning. Now, what warning? I don't know what Tate was going to warn him about. I really don't know what Tate was going to warn Ghost about. I don't know if he was gonna warn him about the the AU about Blanca them or what, but he was gonna warn him about something. But James was been a colossal asshole to him. So Tay was like, "Oh, well, nigga, fuck you. Like I ain't gotta tell you shit." Now I did leave something out because I think this came after he left talking to Simon, and when he got that text from Mona, so he left. Oh yeah, this is when he left to go to Raina's grave. Now there was a car, an old school car that was following him behind him. We don't know who was in that car, but I think that's gonna play into it's gonna. I think it's gonna play. I'm gonna say it again in the end who I think was in that car and how I think they pertain to this episode. So stick with me for that one. So then we see Tariq. So Tariq meets up with Ghost and he says he has big nose ass Dre with him. And Ghost is like, "What the fuck do you want to be here?" And he was like, "You need to lose some of that bass in your voice." I'm like, "Bruh, you of all people, Dre is stupid." He was like, "I know you set me up with Jason's death." Ghost is like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And Dre says, "You know what? I need some money to leave." And Ghost was like, "Well, shit, I got about 250,000. So I mean, you can take that." And he was like, "But I have to go get it." And Dre was like, "That's not gonna be enough." He's like, "Well, make it enough." So he says, "You know what? I'm gonna text you when I have the money, and you can meet me up." And I'm like, "Dre, you are this stupid to believe him?" But okay, Dre, I mean, I guess. But Ghost basically made Andre look like, just feel like the lowest of low pieces of shit. So then we see Ghost. He gets a call from a guy. He called the guy that he had tried to set Dre up. Now here's the thing about last week's episode with Dre that made absolutely no sense to me. So Dre was on that roof. How the fuck did he get off that roof is what I'm still trying to figure out. How did that nigga get off that roof? Can anybody explain to me how he got off that roof? I just don't understand. So, then Ghost also got a text from Tommy talking about meetup. So we're gonna move on with that one. All right, so then we see Ghost and Tommy together. So Tommy is telling Ghost he knows that he didn't kill Lakeisha. And he was like, "That's what I've been trying to tell you. Like, I didn't kill her." Like, when it came down to Holly and, what was his dad's name? Fuck. What was Tommy's daddy's name? Tony Teresi. When it came down to Holly and Teresi, he didn't kill them, but he sent someone to do it. And he kind of didn't lie. I mean, he didn't, with Teresi, he lied about that, but the Holly situation, I mean, we all know how that played out. So, he's asking Ghost, "So did you know about what Proctor, that Proctor still had that recording?" He was like, "No." He said, "Proctor told me he got rid of that recording." Well, he did not get rid of that recording. That recording is with Elisa Marie, and that's going to be Tommy's undoing. Mark my words with that one. So, Ghost is trying to tell Tommy, like, "I'm out, I'm done, like, I'm moving on to greener pastures with this governor stuff. I'm done." Tommy like, "Nah, man, you can't be done." And Ghost like, "I'm done." Like, he was like, "You can't function without me, but I can function without you. Like, you need me." And I'm like, "Well, damn, tell him how you really feel." So then, out of nowhere, someone starts shooting at them. Boom, boom, boom. And Ghost was like, "Damn, you brought your boys to shoot me?" He says, "My boys are in jail." Now, speaking of his boys, are we never going to mention the fact that BG died? Like, it's been, what, 3 or 4 episodes since BG got killed, and nobody has mentioned the fact that BG is dead when his whole crew is in jail, minus BG. Nobody's going to mention the fact that BG's dead. Like, that bothers me, the fact that nobody is going to mention the fact that BG is dead. So then we see Tommy. He goes in there where the gunshots are, and Ghost starts screaming out, "Tommy, you there?" And Tommy done dipped out, and we see one of the guys that's dead. I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" But whatever. So then we see Ghost. He's watching as Dre is getting arrested by the cops for Jason's murder. I'm like, damn. And I'm still thinking to myself, like, "Dre, you are really stupid to believe that he was going to give you $250,000. Really? You really believe that? If you believe that, you deserved exactly what you got. Like, are you fucking serious?" So then we see Ghost. He walks up on Vincent, and he asking Vincent for a favor. He's like, "I need to talk to somebody on it. Can you get a burner phone to someone in jail?" And I'm like, wait a minute. Who is Ghost going to be talking to in jail? Like, who the hell is he going to be talking to? I wish that dog would shut the fuck up barking. I'm like, who is he going to get a phone to, and who does he want to talk to? So then we see Paz at Truth, and she's asking, and she's like, well, I know you didn't kill Angie, but I'm pretty sure you know who killed Angie." And she asked him, who killed Angie? He's like, I don't know. I can't tell you because I don't know. So then Ramona walks in. She overhears him talking about how Angela was the great love of his life. And, Paz leaves when he said he couldn't tell her. And then Angela, I'm not, she might as well be Angela. Ramona comes in. Actually, before Ramona walks in, he got a text from Tasha asking, where is he? And, Ramona starts questioning him about everything. And I think I might have missed where they kissed, but at some point in this episode they kissed. I think it might have been in this scene that they kissed. Yeah, I think it was this scene that they kissed, and I don't care where they kissed. It was just weird. Like, they ain't had sex or nothing. They ain't went on a date. They ain't done nothing. But they all of a sudden, he's, like I said, Ghost is all of a sudden planning the future with Ramona. It's just kind of weird to me, to be quite honest with you. Like, I thought that was weird. Fucking weird. Moving on. All right, so then we see Ghost and Tasha. They're doing a walkthrough of the of the penthouse. And he's once again telling her he's sorry. And she says, I know you're going to turn Tariq in for Ray Ray. He's like, Tasha, I'm not going to turn my son in for that. But he says maybe Tariq should turn himself in. And she was like, wait a minute, but weren't you the one that was going to take the rap if any of this came back? And, he's going on and on how it'll be a good thing for Tariq to do this. He can go to a military school. He can go do this. He can do that. He's a young black boy. And then the thing that bothered me was you guys have went through all these links. You had Lakeisha lie about everything. You set up Kanan. Like, you guys did a lot of stuff. Like, if you guys had it from the beginning, told the truth that Tariq killed him, it wouldn't have been in self-defense. Huh. Actually, y'all might have well been better off doing what y'all did, but, Because it really was retaliation for Raina's death. Huh. Okay. But I still don't get how it makes sense for him to turn himself in at this point when you guys have been lying for God knows how long. But whatever goes. It's all about you in this instance. That's all you seem to care about. And, she's like, what would the world, he was, because he said to her, he put it out there that he knew that she killed Keisha. And she says, well, what would the world think of you if they knew that you killed Terry Silva? He says, I don't know what you're talking about, Tasha. So, like I said before, so Tasha left. He said, make sure you tell Tariq to reach out to me. And I swear to God, Ghost is losing it in this whole episode. Because first it was Angela's ghost. Now he's seeing Raina's ghost, who said, don't blame Tariq. It was you and Mom who taught me how to lie. And she feels like, they all should, face the consequences of what they did. Kind of like what she did. I'm like, God damn, like really? Okay. So then we see Ghost. He meets up with Tariq. And he tells Tariq that he needs to admit what he did. And Tariq is visibly upset, which I don't blame Tariq for being upset. Like, you said you were going to protect me, but now that you are trying to run for lieutenant governor, now it's all about, oh, you need to do this, and I can help you in this, and I can do this and this and that. Ghost, you're not a politician yet. You're on a ticket to run for governor. Lorette has not won, so you're not one, like, come on. What the fuck? Dumbass. Like, and Tariq says to Ghost, like, everything you do is for yourself. So then we see Ghost. He's talking to 2-Bit, and he asks 2-Bit for a favor. He wants revenge. I'm trying to figure out who he wanted revenge on. Was it Tommy, or does he want revenge on Andre? Couldn't understand that. So then we see the party, and Ramona wants to keep them a secret, but James is like, we're not gonna keep this a secret. And he kisses her. I'm like, oh, cat's out of the bag now, huh? Whatever. And then Tariq shows up. He introduces to Tariq to Simon. And Tariq is like, so Dad, you really want me to turn myself in? He says, yes, son. I think that's going to be what's best for for me, for you, for everybody, for this family. And Tariq was like, okay, whatever. So then once again, this nigga sees another ghost, and it's Kanan's ghost. I'm just like, what the fuck? Are you serious? So then, lastly, Ghost and Ramona plan to meet up with each other in an hour. I'm like, you ain't meeting up with her, period. So then we see everybody walking in the streets, and they pissed off. And I'm like, oh, someone's gonna go try to kill him. Okay. So then, Blanca pulls up at Truth and boom, a gunshot, a gunshot. You can hear a gunshot, and the way that Ghost was falling, I'm like, this is so fucking dramatic. I'm like, okay, whatever. So the big mystery coming back in January is going to be who shot Ghost. So the people that they showed, it was Paz, it was Tommy, it was Tariq, Keisha. Why do I keep on calling her Keisha? Tasha. So Tariq and Tasha, Tommy, Paz, Sax, and I believe Dre. I think those are all the ones that they showed. So the mystery is who shot Ghost. None of them shot Ghost. Not one of those people shot Ghost. If you guys watch soap operas like All My Children, General Hospital, One Life to Live, Guiding Light, Days of Our Lives, and stuff like that, you know that they always do that. They have these main characters that, and sometimes it can be a main character that's still a killer, but they'll have these main characters that, you know, they'll be like, who killed them? Who killed them? And they'll have a suspect list, but the killer is never anyone that's on the suspect list. It's always someone that you least expect. And that's what's going to happen with this shit. It's going to be someone that we least expect. Who do I think is going to be? I believe that it's going to be Q. Now, why would, you know, and I was thinking to myself when I was like, why would Q do this? You know, because I'm like, he couldn't be doing this because of Tasha. But if you guys think about it, he's had a kind of a vendetta against Ghost since he came on in the scene. So I'm thinking maybe he's affiliated with somebody that's in from Ghost's past, and he came back to get revenge. But you guys, that is the mid-season finale of Power. Be sure to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button, subscribe to the channel, and I think I might have said that. Hit that bell notification button, share the video, and I will see you guys later for Real Housewives of Atlanta and for Married to Medicine. Later, guys.